I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we have read yesterday. We have started the chapter Indigo, in which Champaran episode of Gandhi is there. During British times or in ancient India, there was a system, there was a system that cultivation of indigo was there, and 15% arrangement. Students are still joining. Okay. The landlords compelled all tenants to plant 15% of their holding with indigo and surrender entire indigo as a rent, harvest indigo harvest as rent. So that deadlock of 85% share and 15 plus 15%, that was from 100 years, in which peasants did not get anything. They were the most sufferers, and to look into the plight of these poor peasants, Rajkumar Shukla, one of the poor peasants, heard about Mahatma Gandhi. He went to Mahatma Gandhi and wanted to let him to his own village. That is, Champaran episode was a turning point in Gandhi's life, because poor plight of peasants had been changed and people came to know about Mahatma. So we will continue further. We are at this point. This was the long-term contract. Everything is highlighted on your screen. We have to start with this paragraph now. This was done by long-term contract. What was done by long-term contract? That 15% of the sharing with indigo have to surrender an entire indigo harvest as a rent. Now we will continue. If you want to have any question, please type in chat box. No, 50. There is one question. 15% they gave to Britishers. No, out of 15%, they have to pay tax for it. See, 85% share went to tenants, and from that 15%, tenants gave tax again to Britisher and to peasants also. So nowhere peasants were at benefit. I will drop a message in 12th English group all about this 15%. I will give you a detailed description of 15% and 85% share, what is all about this in your 12th English group. So let's begin a class. Presently, the landlords learned that Germany had developed synthetic indigo. This is another very important question. See, Britishers were the traders. You all know this thing. So at any cost, they wanted their own benefit. So in this context also, now see, Britishers came to know that Germany had developed the synthetic indigo. So they said to the two tenants that if they wanted to get themselves free from 15% share, then they have to pay compensation. Otherwise, they will not purchase their indigo and they import synthetic indigo from Germany. See, word synthetic is written here. Synthetic indigo was quite cheaper than the pure indigo, which was grown by tenants. So Britishers put pressure on tenants or landlords that if they wanted to free themselves from 15% shareholding also, then uh, they have to surrender again, and they will purchase synthetic indigo from Germany, and now no need of their pure indigo. In that case also, landlords, tenants and peasants again, no benefit for them. From every point, only Britishers were at benefit. See, I will read the paragraph. Presently, the landlords learned that Germany had developed synthetic indigo. See, the next line is very important. They thereupon obtained agreements from the sharecroppers to pay them compensation for being released from the, see, word release is written here. If they wanted to get free from that, if they don't want to give this 15% share also, then released from the 15% arrangement. So at every point, Britishers were at benefit. This is the main point. See, next line proved this thing. Sharecropping arrangement was irksome. Word irksome means very tedious, very difficult for the peasants to understand. Under the trial of Britishers, they were very clever. They were peasants not able to understand what Britishers want. So what happened? The sharecropping arrangement was irksome to the peasants and many signed willingly. They have to sign whatever asked for from them. But those who resisted, those who did not want to sign this agreement, engaged lawyers, the landlords hired thugs. That means goons. Meanwhile, the information about synthetic indigo reached the illiterate peasants who had signed. See, first, a very important thing. First of all, peasants signed whatever told by tenants because they did not have any knowledge. They were illiterate peasants. But by far and far, this information reached to peasants and they wanted their money back. Why? Because in any case, there was no benefit to the peasants. And when all this irksome, tedious sharecropping system was going on in Champaran, at this point, Gandhi arrived in Champaran. That was a Champaran episode that Gandhi wanted to uplift the peasants there due to the plea or a request made by Rajkumar Shukla. Now, from this point onwards, what is the meaning of thugs? Means goons. Gunde जिसे कहते हैं. These tenants and landlords engaged goons for those peasants who did not want to sign the agreement. Okay. Now, at this point, Gandhi arrived in Champaran. Now from this point onwards, next part of the chapter started. Now see what Gandhi did there. Actual thing is now that how Gandhi fought for the justice, and from this point onwards, this thing started in the chapter. See, he began by trying to get the facts. Now Gandhi wanted to collect all the information that what was going there. First, he visited the secretary of the British Landlord Association. The secretary told him that they could give no information to an outsider because for Gandhi, for the Britishers, Gandhi was outsider. Nobody had seen him before. Gandhi answered that he was no outsider. That means how could be he treated as an outsider in his own country? Next, Gandhi called on the British official commissioner of Tirhat division in which the Champaran district lay. The commissioner, Gandhi reports, proceeded to bully me. Bully means please off your video, Rahul Mittal. Your video is on, beta. So next, Gandhi called on the British official commissioner of Tirhat division in which the Champaran district lay. The commissioner, Gandhi reports, proceeded to bully me and advised me to leave Champaran. That means to forfeit to leave Tirhat. That means Britishers knew about Gandhi slowly and slowly that this person is having a legal knowledge. So in the starting only, they wanted that he should leave Champaran. Gandhi did not leave. Instead, he proceeded to Motihari, the capital of Champaran. Now you will see at what different points Gandhi moved there, what were the activities done by Gandhi, and how he managed all that. Several lawyers accompanied him. At the railway station, a vast multitude greeted him. Multitude means large number of people greeted him, welcomed him. He went to a house and using it as headquarters, continued his investigations. Now, word investigations here means to find out all the details about the legal papers, about the sharecropping system, whatever is going there. He went to a house and using it as a headquarters, report continued his investigation. A report came in that a peasant had been maltreated in a nearby village because he was a poor peasant, and untouchability was prevalent there. So maltreatment was given there. He was treated badly. Gandhi decided to go and see. The next morning, he started out on the back of an elephant. He had not proceeded far when the police superintendent messenger overtook him and ordered him to return to his carriage. Gandhi compiled. Very, very important point. Please underline in your books. Gandhi complied means Gandhi obeyed. We can say that Gandhi was a law abiding citizen. This point is helpful in writing about the character sketch of Gandhi. So Gandhi complied. Complied means obeyed. The messenger drove Gandhi home, where he served him with an official notice to quit Champaran immediately. Now listen, students. Gandhi did not agree to quit Champaran, but Gandhi agreed not to move here and there. He just immediately went back to his headquarters. Gandhi signed a receipt for the notice and wrote on it that he would disobey the order. Now, don't confuse here. Gandhi was a law-abiding citizen. If he got official notice, then he followed that. But he was not ready to quit Champaran. That's why word written here is he would disobey the order. Now, in consequence, as a result, Gandhi received a summons to appear in court the next day. All night, Gandhi remained awake. He telegraphed Rajendra Prasad to come from Bihar with influential friends. Influential means effective friends, those who have knowledge. He sent instructions to the ashram. He wired a full report to the viceroy. Now you see, children, what is going on in the chapter. Gandhi started fighting for the rights of the poor peasants by collecting all the official documents and statements. Morning found the town of Motihari black with peasants. That means multitude of people there, thousands of peasants there, because everybody wanted to see who is this man who wanted to do benefit to us, who wanted to fight for us. They did not know Gandhi's record in South Africa, because obviously they did not know Gandhi from anywhere. They had merely heard that a Mahatma who wanted to help them was in trouble with the authorities. Why trouble? Because Britishers wanted them to quit Champaran immediately. So they kept on giving official statements or summons, etc., everything. So that's why he was in trouble with the authorities. Their spontaneous demonstrations in thousands. Very, very important line. Please underline. This is a statement question from the chapter. Their spontaneous demonstration in thousand around the courthouse was the beginning of their liberation from fear of the British. First time this happened in Champaran, that peasants stand for their own right under the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi was a leader, having a leadership qualities also. And now they realized that they might get separated or free from the fear of the Britishers. I think you are able to understand the chapter, beta. If anybody having any question, please type in chat box. It's very difficult for me to unmute you all because students created yesterday so much indiscipline in the class. So this was, underline this line, this was the beginning of their liberation from fear of the Britishers. When, what was the time? When thousands of peasants collected around there and started demonstrations. That is narebazi karna. The officials felt powerless without Gandhi's cooperation. Now, officers also wanted that they only obey Gandhi. If Gandhi asked these people to move from here, then only they will go. He helped them regulate the crowd. And this proved Gandhi was having a polite and friendly nature. One question is there, how Gandhiji helped them out. Them stands for, I think, peasants or people there. On one side, Gandhi complied to British orders. On other side, he denies their order to call off. Is it so? Not? No, Shreya, this is not an ironical. I had already told you that Gandhi was a law-abiding officer. He wanted he wanted to obey everything, whatever summons, whatever official documents served to him, whatever. But only thing was that he was not ready to quit Champaran because according to him, nobody orders him in his own country, and India was his own country. So it is nothing ironical in it. One question is in chat box, how Gandhiji helped them out. We are reading this only, Divyam, that Gandhiji helped them by regulating the crowd, but by fighting the cases in the courthouse. You will see further how they helped in total. So this proved that he was polite and friendly. He was giving them complete proof that there might hitherto means before, dreaded means to have a fear, and unquestioned could be challenged by Indians. So he was giving them concrete proof. Them here stands for Britishers, that Indians are not in a fear now, and in this country they could be challenged by Indians. They stand for Britishers. The government was baffled. Baffled means confused. Chakkar kha jana. The prosecutor, was the prosecutor, lawyer of a criminal cases, requested the judge to postpone the trial, and apparently the authorities wished to consult their superiors. Now see what happened in the legal proceedings. First time ever in Champaran, anybody stand for the rights of peasants. And Gandhi was a person having a knowledge of law and order, because he was having a legal knowledge. So higher officials there got confused. Britishers, tenants and landlords, they all were now wish to consult each other. What to do now? Because Gandhi arrived in Champaran, and he was at the side of peasants. Till now, I just wanted to give 1 minute of break. If anybody has any query, please type in chat box. Another 10 to 20 seconds I wait for any question. Okay, no question, I think. Gandhi protested against the delay. What delay? See, Gandhi wanted to do everything as usual. He didn't want at that time that anybody should wait. Whatever they wanted to do, he said, do it now. So Gandhi protested against the delay. He read a statement pleading guilty. That means somebody asked him to plead, to request, to say that he was at fault. He was involved. He told the court in a conflict of duties. Now see, very, very important must come question for your board exams. What was the pact of which officials are being referred here who are powerless? Here, Britishers, because officials, there is one question, ma'am, which officials are being referred here? They are Britishers, British people, those who are people who are working for them, because they thought they were now powerless. Peasants are now having a strong opponent there. Now peasants act as a strong opponents because Gandhi fought for their rights. So now see, we are studying about in a conflict of duties. What was the pact of conflict of duties? Please write down this question in your book. See, what is this pact of conflict of duties? before I read further, on one hand, Gandhi did not want to break a law. And second thing, on the humanitarian basis, he wanted to help peasants. So Gandhi was at both sides. Conflict of duties means duty. His duty was to help peasants, but not to become as an lawbreaker. So he wanted to do everything by obeying law and order only. That is a conflict in the mind. That is a fact of conflict of duty. See what is written here. On the one hand, not to set a bad example as a lawbreaker, and on the other hand, to render the humanitarian and national service for which he had come. So Gandhi was in a conflict. He wanted to help the peasants, but with the proper procedure, not to disobey any law. He disregarded the order to leave, not for want of respect for lawful authority, but in obedience to the higher law of our being, the voice of conscience. And his conscience said that he would not leave Champaran unless and until he took out peasants from this poor plight. He asked the penalty due. And when you disobey this thing, he asked the penalty due. Just wait. Huh. Now at this point, the magistrate announced that he would pronounce. Pronounce word means declare. Sentence. Sentence here means judgment. After a 2 hours recess, and asked Gandhi to furnish bail for those 120 minutes. Now see, it was very difficult for the magistrate to hang him or to give him any sentence of 2 3 years. So he was confused what to do, and he wanted a time of 2 hours for that. The judge released him without bail, and after that, judge had to release him. There was no alternative. And when the court reconvened means reassembled again, the judge said he would not deliver the judgment for several days. Meanwhile, he allowed Gandhi to remain at liberty. So see, under this court trial, dear children, under this trial, Gandhi had to go to court because he was summoned there, but officials were helpless there to give him any punishment or all that, because Gandhi had did nothing wrong. He had did nothing wrong according to them. He was just fighting as a advocate, you can say, or a legal advisor of the peasants. Now see, Rajendra Prasad, Brij Kishore Babu, Maulana Mazrul Haq, and several other prominent lawyers had arrived from Bihar. Now see, from everywhere people came to know about Mahatma and they wanted to help him. These were the names of certain freedom strugglers. They conferred. Conferred means discussed. Please write down the word meaning side by side in your books. They conferred with Gandhi. They discussed with Gandhi. Hanji Jasprit Singh had raised the hand. Please type the question in the chat box, Jasprit Singh. They conferred with Gandhi, discussed with Gandhi. What would they do if was now see the point here. What would they do if he was sentenced to prison? कि अगर गांधी जी आपको जेल हो गई तो हमें क्या करना है आगे? Gandhi asked. Why the senior lawyers replied they had come to advise and help him. If he went to jail, there would be nobody to advise, and they would go home, because everybody wanted to help peasants under the leadership or advice of Gandhi only. So people thought that we would do nothing without Gandhi. What about the injustice to the sharecroppers? Gandhi demanded. Then if I went to jail and if there was injustice, what would you do? The lawyers withdrew to consult. Rajendra Prasad has recorded the upshot of their consultations. Upshot here means conclusions. Whatever was discussed among the Gandhi, among the lawyers, among the freedom strugglers there, Upshots were noted in the notebook. They thought among themselves. The Gandhi was totally a stranger. Now see what happened here. Very important point I want to tell you, that first of all, lawyers were not ready to discuss to help peasants. And now if they got ready, they charged high fees from them. So what lawyers thought, that very important point here, they thought that Gandhi was totally a stranger in Champaran, and yet he was prepared to go to prison for the sake of the peasants. वो peasants के लिए जेल जाने को ready हैं. If they, on the other hand, being not only residents of the adjoining districts, they here stands for lawyers, but also those who claim to have served these peasants, should go home. If they will not, if they would not help under these circumstances, it would be shameful desertion. Desertion means betrayal. That means it was very shameful on their part that Gandhi, who was totally a stranger, ready to help peasants, then why should we are not ready to help them? And if we leave the place, then it would be a shameful desertion. Jasprit Singh raised hand. Beta, whatever you wanted to repeat, please do a phone call. I will tell you separately. Okay. Again, little bit I want to tell you what was going on in Champaran. See, when injustice was going with the peasants, at that point Gandhi arrived at at Champaran. He was a person with legal knowledge. He collected all the statements. He talked with different high class people, freedom strugglers, lawyers, etc. What to do under these circumstances. So in last 2 pages, we have read that what were the efforts done by Gandhi for the upliftment of peasants, what he wanted to do there, what was the strategy and planning of Gandhi. You will see in the next paragraph what advice he gave. Now they accordingly went back to Gandhi and told him they were ready to follow him into the jail. They here stands for lawyers and the people living there. The battle of Champaran is won, Gandhi exclaimed. Now see, very, very important 2 marks of question. Prove the statement, the battle of Champaran is won. Why Gandhi exclaimed this? Why? Because lawyers and other local people were ready to help peasants. That's why when they came at Gandhi's side, at that point Gandhi said, the battle of Champaran is won. Then he took a piece of paper. Now see what was the planning made by Gandhiji. Then he took a piece of paper and divided the group into pairs and put down the order in which each pair was to court arrest. Gandhi knew this thing. Now certainly he will have to go to jail. So he made certain groups there. He made certain groups there that what they had to do. They here stands for lawyers, Rajendra Kishore, Maulana Haq, whosoever there was in the meeting, he wanted to make a plan for that. Several days later, now from this paragraph, you will come to know 6 marks of must come question in the board exams. Prove the statement, civil disobedience had triumphed first time in modern India. I will give you this answer also, 6 marks. I have written it. Civil disobedience had triumphed first time in modern India. Civil disobedience means that first time people disobeyed Britishers. See how several days later, Gandhi received a written communication from the magistrate informing him that the lieutenant governor of the province of that state had ordered the case to be dropped. So see, if question come for 2 marks, listen carefully. If this question come for 2 marks, then you have to write that when the case against Gandhi was dropped by the Britishers, At that point we can say civil disobedience had triumphed first time in modern India. Modern India hereby referred to when people started fighting. I am not going to unmute anyone. Certain students have requested, please take the problems afterwards. Civil disobedience had triumphed first time in modern India. Civil disobedience means that now people started fighting for their own rights. Till this time, they were under the constant fear of Britishers. But after the arrival of Gandhi, they started fighting for their own rights. And when case against Gandhi was dropped, case which was filed by Britishers, they wanted him to leave Champaran at any cost. But Gandhi did not leave Champaran. That's why case against him was dropped and civil disobedience triumphed first time in modern India. If you there is a 6 marks of question in the boards, beta you have to write everything from where we have started today. जहां से हमने पढ़ा था, at this point Gandhi arrived. Now what were the efforts done by Gandhi in Champaran? That is the civil disobedience, and this was a political issue. This was a political issue in Champaran. Gandhi and the lawyers now proceeding to conduct a far-flung inquiry. Far-flung word means extensive, at a large level, into the grievances. Grievances means complaints of the farmers. Now see, Gandhi was free here. No court arrest there again because Gandhi's case was dropped. Now he proceeded further and started inquiring about the complaints of the farmers. Grievances means complaints. Depositions mean statements by about 10,000 peasants were written down and notes made on other evidence. Documents were collected. The whole area was throbbed with the activity. Throbbed means pulsated, full of activity. Of the investigators at the vehement protests. Vehement means forceful protest of the landlords. Only 2 minutes left for the class. The whole area throbbed with the activity of investigators and the vehement protest of the landlords. Why? Because landlords were with Britishers. If peasants won there, then it caused problem to landlords also. So landlords were not in the side of peasants. So whole area was throbbed with activity of the investigators. Everything was done at a very large level. Gandhi was totally immersed in helping peasants. He wanted to help them. So he started collecting all the evidences that how that deadlock of 100 years could be changed. In June, shall I proceed further today? Time is going to be over, beta. Any question you want to raise, okay, we will stop the class here only today. Till this point, read the chapter. And if you have any question regarding these, please type in 12th English WhatsApp group or message me personally, or you can call me after the class also. Please write in the chat box, are you able to understand? समझ आ रहा है सबको? Okay. So many positive responses here. How many participants today? Today 80 participants are there in the class. Yesterday number was 61. 64. Very good students. Less than 1 minute is left. If you, I am telling you again and again, we will continue this chapter tomorrow. If you have any question, do message me personally or in 12th English group. Jasprit, what is the question? Please type in the chat box or please give me personal message. Are you able to get everything now? सबको समझ आ रहा है? Okay, class is going to be over for today. Time limit is only 40 to 30 seconds only left. Okay, students. Thank you for the class today. We will meet again.